Three GPT-5.6 tiers walk into the same warehouse. GPT-5.6, Luna, Terra, and Sol each get one frozen medium reasoning attempt to build Cabin Dispatch, a single file browser simulation with 6 robots, 12 jobs, 4 zones, and a 40-job rush. No human repairs, no reruns. One question: does the most expensive tier buy a better tool, or just a bigger line on the invoice? The cheapest model wins this round. The interesting part is why. The prompt asks each model to put the warehouse floor on a canvas, run a deterministic simulation from seed 5603, and keep robots moving between receiving, storage, packing, and dispatch. It starts pause with 12 pending jobs. The app must reset, pause, resume. Change speed from 0.5 times to 4 times. Add jobs, launch the 40-job rush, support keyboard shortcuts, and handle reduced motion without changing correctness. A public state hook lets the verifier inspect robots, jobs, history, batteries, collisions, and time. Everything lives in one index.html file with no external packages, fonts, images, or network calls. Before we get to the score, here is the price context. Official API list prices per 1 million tokens put Luna at 20 cents for input and $1.20 for output. Terra is $2 input and $12 output. Sol is $5 input and $30 output. Terra is 10 times Luna's price, and Sol is 25 times Luna's. Those are published list prices, not the measured cost of this benchmark. These attempts used an existing codex entitlement, so I'm not turning the price table into a pretend invoice. The first pass is almost boring, which is exactly what you want from a test like this. All 3 models pass all 17 automated requirements, including reset, controls, keyboard behavior, accessibility hooks, viewport fit, network silence, and robot bounds. Each stays responsive at about 75 browser animation frames per second during the same stress run. On the mechanical checks, it is a clean sweep, 60 out of 60 for every model. The differences start when we add time and visual judgment. Terra finishes in 219 seconds. Luna takes 262 seconds. Sol takes 456 seconds. That gives Terra the full completion time points and produces a stress and efficiency score of 15 out of 15. Luna scores 14. Sol scores 13. So the fast model is Terra, and the overall winner is not Terra. Now for the part I wanted to keep anonymous. An independent reviewer saw 6 screenshots, including initial and stress states, without model names. The labels were A, B, and C. Label A scored 16 out of 25. Label B scored 22. Label C scored 16. The visual motion score reflects visible change between the supplied states, not direct observation of every animation frame. B was the clear favorite because it kept the warehouse floor as the strongest panel and held the page structure together when the queue jumped by 40 jobs. The floor, chart, telemetry, legend, and dispatch log stayed in place. The dark graphite palette and cyan, violet, amber, and coral states stayed consistent. The stress frame changed the work and bot positions, not the dashboard's priorities. A made the floor dominant, but its queue stretched the shared top row under stress and pushed the metrics and chart down the page. Bot labels crowded one another in dispatch, and a long, dashed route became too prominent. C stayed orderly, but the warehouse floor was a narrow side panel. The map and history chart had less room when the workload became more interesting. Both were stable in their own way, but neither matched the brief's visual priority. Now the reveal. B was GPT-5.6 Luna. A was GPT-5.6 Terra. C was GPT-5.6 Sol. Put the pieces together and the final table is simple. Luna finishes first with 96 out of 100. Terra is second at 91. Sol is third at 89. Luna's 5-point lead is outside the rubric's 2-point practical tie range. That is a real win on this task, not a rounding error. It also comes with the lowest official list price of the three. Keep the trade-off visible. Terra was the fastest by 43 seconds compared with Luna, and it tied Luna on every automated requirement. If waiting is the main constraint, Terra has a case. Its problem here was not failure to build the tool. The layout gave up ground when the data got busy. Sol passed the functional checks, but it was the slowest and its visual design made the warehouse secondary. I do not see evidence in this run that its premium bought a better cabin dispatch. My practical read is to start with Luna for this kind of self-contained browser build. It passed the full functional suite, won the blind visual review, kept the stress layout intact, and did it at the lowest published tier price. Choose Terra when turnaround time matters more than the last visual points. Do not choose Sol just because it is the top tier. This run does not show a benefit that justifies that choice, and the boundary matters. This is one frozen prompt, one reasoning level, one official attempt per model, and one rubric. It does not establish a universal ranking across coding, research, writing, or another kind of application. It also does not give us a measured token bill. What it gives us is narrower and useful. Under the same conditions, for cabin dispatch, Luna produced the strongest finished result. That's the dispatch from this cabin. One warehouse, one shot, one winner, with the caveats left on the screen.